Probably my youngest.
Hello, guys. Welcome back to SWS Boxing. Delighted to be joined with boxing promoter Dmitriy how do you say his surname?
Salita.
Salita, and he's a boxing promoter. He promotes Gerald Miller, Clarissa Shields, Otto Warling, and Jermaine Franklin. So should we start off talking about Otto?
Sure.
So how long have you been with Otto for?
I've been with Otto since 2019. His first fight with me was against Nick Kistner on Showtime, and his next fight after that was the memorable fight with Tyson Fury,
Yes.
where he gave Tyson Fury the most difficult fight of Tyson's career and landed more punches against Tyson than Vladimir Klitschko and Deontay Wilder in their first fight put together.
That was a very good effort from Otto, wasn't it? It was, and I think gave Tyson a massive cut above his eye.
That is correct.
I don't know what's happening with Tyson at the minute, because he says he's fighting Usyk, and then he's not. It's just he's confusing.
It's a big fight. I know that it takes a lot of work from both sides to make such big fights happen. So no surprise that it didn't happen, but I do think that it has to happen for the sport of boxing, and it will happen at the right time. But at this time, with Tyson looking for an opponent, Otto called me and he told me that he would be more than happy to step in and put it all on the line on April 29th. So if Otto gets the call, we'll see you in London.
Because so Otto, what's Otto's goal for this year, and when can we expect? Oh, so he's trying to fight Tyson. Is that the plan at the minute?
Correct. We're trying to line a significant fight up for Otto, and had some discussions with Dillian Whyte, and I've reached out to Tyson Fury's promoters about Otto being available for the 29th if that show will go ahead. So a couple of different opportunities. Hrgovic is another one a fight that Otto is interested in. Otto is one of the best heavyweights in the world that has had a hard time getting a big, significant fight to showcase his skills once again. And
are you
really,
because your heavyweights, because Jermaine Franklin's fighting AJ next week. If him and Otto, if they won against Tyson Fury and AJ, would you put them two together to fight?
That's a great question. I think there's other big heavyweight names in the division for them to fight, like Deontay Wilder and Alexander Usyk, and certainly Dillian Whyte is still around. I hope I have that problem.
So Jermaine's fighting AJ after the controversial defeat to Dillian Whyte, because in my eyes I had Jermaine winning. Good,
as did I.
What did I think I had Jermaine up by 2 or 1. I'm not sure, but how did you score it? And were you happy with Jermaine's performance?
Very happy with his performance. He took the fight, relatively speaking, on short notice. Had about 7 weeks to get ready. Put on a great fight. I always believed that Jermaine had the skills to be one of the best heavyweights in the world, and he certainly showed that with his incredible fight versus Dillian Whyte. For this fight versus AJ, he's going to come in about 20 pounds lighter. I've seen him in camp. He's in incredible shape, very focused, very tuned in, and mentally and physically the best I've ever seen him. And for us in the United States, we're expecting a big upset win for Jermaine.
So, because last time he took the fight to Dillian Whyte, do you feel like this time, as it didn't go your way last time, do you feel like Jermaine has to knock AJ out?
I think that he doesn't have to knock AJ out, but I do think that Jermaine's key to victory is to take away Anthony's desire will to fight. And if that happens, that'll ultimately lead to a stoppage win. So I believe that a KO win is very possible for Jermaine. I believe that it's going to be an exciting fight, and I do think that there'll be lots of exchanges. And if Jermaine can come out from those exchanges and go back into another exchange number 2 and exchange number 3, and keep putting pressure on AJ, I believe that'll be his key to victory.
Mm-hmm. And so are you going to the fight?
I am.
Yes, mate. I am as well, actually.
Beautiful. I'll see you. We'll get a chance to say hello.
It'll be a good fight, and it'll be a good night of boxing.
Yes.
But I think
so far, the O2.
It's O2,
right.
yes.
So far, the O2 Arena has been great to us, as we had Clarissa Shields beat Savannah Marshall in that beautiful electric venue, and we're looking to get another American victory, also from the state of Michigan, with Jermaine Franklin.
So what's happening? Because Clarissa had a very good performance over Savannah Marshall. What do you think? Would there be a rematch, or do you seem like there's no reason to rematch her?
Well, I believe it was a very exciting fight for women's boxing. I do think that if Savannah can show that she's improved and make some changes, I do believe that a rematch down the line would be great for the sport. I think that 10 out of 10 times Clarissa beats Savannah, but at the same time, it's one of these fights that the sporting world stops to see. And sitting there live ringside, it's one of the best fights I've ever seen in my life. The intensity, tactical and technical, and the explosiveness of both fighters was really incredible. Savannah is a very good fighter. She's a great fighter, but Clarissa is the GOAT. And so Savannah put on a great performance, but Clarissa is just on a different level and a generational athlete. But I do think that a rematch with her and a fight with Natasha Jonas at some point would make a lot of sense for women's boxing. Let's do one more, and then we'll recap another time. Okay.
All right, mate. So we'll talk about Miller to end it off. Yeah.
Sure.
So Jarrell Miller, he got a big win against Lucas Daddy Brown. He stopped him in round 6. And what do you think the next goal is for what's your plans with Jarrell Miller for this year?
Well, I think that beating Lucas Brown was a significant comeback fight for him. It's his most significant win since he's coming off suspension, and he was world rated. Lucas was coming off a big win. So I do think that win puts Jarrell back into real contention for the heavyweight crown.
Mm-hmm.
There's been back and forth on social media between him and Dillian White recently. That would be a very interesting fight, an exciting fight. And with a couple of more wins, I think that Jarrell puts himself back into position to fight the likes of Tyson Fury and maybe Anthony Joshua, the fighter that could have, should have, but never happened. Yeah, I think that Jarrell, based on my discussions with him and seeing him in camp and training for the last year or so, his mind is in a different place. He understands the responsibility of what happened prior, and he knows that this is the final significant leg of his career, and he's putting it all on the line to become heavyweight champion of the world from Brooklyn, New York. Mm-hmm. And hopefully he's heading in that direction. Yeah.
Well, good luck with all. Keep doing what you're doing with all your fighters, mate. And good luck next week. And thank you for your time. I do appreciate it, mate.
Thank you. I'll see you at the fights.
Yes, mate. Good luck.
Please come say hello. All right.
I will do, mate. See you, mate.
Okay. All right. Take care, man. Okay. Bye.